Okay, welcome to this video, which is a sort of exhibitionist battle between El Flamingo and I. El Flamingo, I know him through the PDPL League. We both went to Melbourne Regionals. I finished 5-2, stuck in the top 8. He finished 4-3 with both using the teams we using for that. We didn't get to play, even though we were in the same record for quite a few rounds. He actually went a bit further than me on a better record. We were both 4-2 at the end though. So we thought we'd test out he suggested we should test out an exhibition style match between our two teams, which sounded like a good idea, so I agreed. In retrospect, it may have been a mistake, because I think... not too sure about how this matchup's going to go. I played something similar in first week of the finals, but I think this is a slightly worse team matchup for me than that was. Probably significantly worse. First round of finals. Yeah, the major question is what my last slot is going to be. I think it has to be Zacian for this one. Alright, so Mooks can put everything to sleep, basically. So yeah, I have to try to avoid that happening. And we'll see how this goes. I believe we're playing best of 3 as it would be if we had met in the regional. Yeah, we're about to find out whether meeting in the last round would have cost me my top 8 spot. Well, sort of. Obviously, it's a bit different in the actual event. The stakes are higher, although the stakes of Pride are quite high too, in fairness. Yeah, I think I just protect here. Wait, did he? Yeah, so I should check whether he's got a boost. No, he doesn't. So he's probably the foul play Paragon. So yeah, I have to protect and I have to coil. This is essentially my playing against these Trick Room teams. Often the Paragon's foul play into my Calyrex, although I don't know, he may know. I'm not sure how well he knows my set. Yeah, that's a nice play. I mean, that's the common play is what I should call it. Yeah. So I guess a foul play and sleep my Calyrex freely. I actually think I just switch into Zacian, do I? Yeah, I think I do. I think I probably should have led with Zacian, but you know, I didn't. Doesn't matter what I do with this. He may just Trick Room me and spawn me. I'm just going to have to eat a lot of turns of sleep, basically. Yep. But the nice thing here is, you know, yes, I've got Pokemon that can't wake up, but they're not really threatened by anything that's on the field right now. I'm just going to coil again. This is going to be a game of coin flips, it looks like. How long does it take me to wake up? Paragon 2 is the one coming out, which sort of makes sense. Palkia, okay. That won't do anything. I did a bit more than I was expecting, but still not very much. So I feel fairly comfortable just leaving both these in here, and if they get KO'd, they get KO'd. Yeah, I'm going to go for Hypnosis if I wake up and take my 80% chance to hit that. This could easily be a Max Dragon into Milotic. I think it survives, but it's probably borderline. Maybe it faints. And then we get to see. Rage Powder. That seems like a sensible play. Okay, I wake up and I get a Hypnosis off, which is a pretty big deal. Also, it's interesting that I'm Silent Palkia. It's not totally surprising, but it's good. It makes my Milotic better in Trick Room. Max Flare. Okay, so this is the end of Zacian, which is fair enough. But now I have an Awake Milotic. He has a Amoonguss that can't wake up this turn. And I have the ability to bring in my Calyrex, so that's good. I think it's sadly 2 turns left of Trick Room, but hopefully that is enough. That did make sense. Hopefully the Amoonguss sleeps for an extra turn. That's what I'm worried about. 2 turns of Trick Room. So I could max this Calyrex, it's actually extremely tempting. It's by far my best max option. At this point. If he withdraws this Amoonguss... Oh no, don't do it. Don't you dare do it. Oh, yeah. Oof. Well, if I get the sleep off, this is still very good for me. Albeit, it could be better, because I could not have maxed into a move that does literally nothing. I thought he'd stay underneath the sleep and try to, Oh well, so I wasn't doing anything either way, but I didn't need to burn a turn of max to do nothing. Am I worried about Ally Switch? A little bit, but don't know what I'm realistically doing about that. So I'm just going to Hypnosis and Max Darkness. Okay. Amoonguss comes back out. Fortunately, I wasn't noticing that slot anyway. I suspect this is going to be seriously annoying strategy, but I am perfectly willing to continue to do it. That did not do a lot of damage. Honestly, extremely disappointing damage. Oh, apparently that switch was the wrong way around, which sort of makes sense. He must have clicked the move and not realised, which is easy to do. Yeah, it would have been much better if it had been what he intended, which was a Palkia switch. Palkia is actually the one that's left to turn, I think, what I'm going to do. And Amoonguss is the one that regains health from being... Yes, being switched out. Please be Porygon. Okay, cool. I made a right call. And I assume this does a lot. Now there's -1. Yes, excellent. And now I get my 100% accurate Hypnosis, and that's going to be a really big benefit to me. He can bring out Thingy and double Trick Root me. He doesn't have Calyrex. Oh, okay. That's really interesting. And really good for me, I think. just going to Astral Barrage here, and if he lets me Hypnosis this Porygon, I absolutely will. Because Moongus has taken 0 turns of sleep so far. Yeah, so I was thinking this is going to be that plus Trick Room, but it just lets me, you know, lose my Sash. So I can get some free damage off of this Incineroar, which is nice. Oh, it's foul play. What do I think about that? I think it's fine for me. Wait, what just happened? Oh, it faked me out. I was like, why didn't I Hypnosis? Because I got faked out. Duh. Just going to protect your Muddy Water. This could easily be a Trick Room. If it is, so be it. I don't know. I kind of doubt this knocks out Incineroar, which is pretty sad. Yeah, it's pretty sad. But that worked out nicely. Yeah, that worked out really nicely, because now I can Astral Barrage and just Hypnosis this Porygon. I don't think there's any coming back from that. Like, that's a nice play, but, or, you know, about as good as you can do in this situation. But I still got a KO on Incineroar. I got a lot of damage on a Moongus. And Moongus hasn't taken a turn of sleep, so it can't even wake up next turn. Yeah, that incorrect switch really has just had a cascading domino, or any other metaphor you want to use, effect. Just let this Calyrex take over the game. Alright, so I'll get Astral Barrage here and Hypnosis. Not even Alex Switch gets me because I knock out the Moongus. And I've got to just do the work of slogging through Porygon. Actually, without revealing my last Pokemon, which is quite nice. So on to +3. Unless this Porygon's faster than me, but I think I've seen that it isn't. Yeah. Milotic just absolutely going to town here. +3. So I can start snarling. And Muddy Watering. So that's the only moves that really matter. Yeah, okay. Alright, so match number 2, I think I already have. Yeah, we'll already have the league card. Maybe I'll issue again, just change. Same rules. Alright, we're going to battle again with the same rules. I'll obviously select the same team. Yeah, so interesting things there. No Glastrier. Don't really know, I mean, what to think about that. Sort of makes sense, given the Incineroar Milotic stuff is really good against it. So I think these three definitely, and then, well, I don't need Incineroar if there is no Glastrier, that's the thing about that. Like maybe I take Thundurus or Rillaboom instead, if I'm expecting... Because with that setup I had to max Calyrex, which is not exactly a brilliant max option. But I'm not gonna... I don't think I can bank on no... Glastrier, but maybe I can... Maybe I'm good enough against Glastrier that I can pick Thundurus rather than Calyrex. Even though Calyrex is really good there. I think I'm going to do this, I don't know about it. Just based on the way you played that match, I don't think this might work, but... It's possible I can absolutely rock and rolled here. And the reason I led the Calyrex stuff last time was to play around the Amoonguss Palkia lead with Snarl. So if he goes for that now, it's really... okay. Same lead. So I think what I do here is just substitute and coil. He probably... maybe no, I have to substitute coil. Because he could just Trick Room and Spore. He's going to Spore something. I mean, the ideal play is he Spores Zacian and Trick Rooms. The most likely play is he Spores Milotic and Trick Rooms. Or the worst play is he foul plays Zacian and Spores. That's not even that bad. Yeah, fair enough. Trick Room, okay. So, you know, I've got up substitute. Could protect, but I don't really feel the need to protect. I think I just Sacred Sword this point. I could just... yeah, I think I just Sacred Sword it. And it doesn't matter what I do with my Milotic, I'm just going to leave it in, obviously. Because it's stayed in the whole game last time. Well, that is a good thing to have against Milotic, and perhaps the reason I should have brought Rillaboom rather than whatever it was that I brought. And if I had Behemoth Blade here, which I was considering, would have been excellent. Anyway, in case you got leftovers. So, what do I do here? I mean, I can just Behemoth Blade, that puts significant pressure on Finny. And I'm just going to coil, because I can just sit here. And eventually the... fair enough, but Behemoth Blade's going to put a dent in you. Eventually the Misty Terrain is going to run out. I'm going to be able to put stuff to sleep now. Yeah. Okay, so he's on defense. Plausibly I never break through this thing, but I think with Hypnosis, I think I'll be able to, basically. Plus this attack doing significant damage. I would think even at plus 2 defense. Yeah, I wish I had just done that turn 1, the last turn. I was worried about Palkia Switch not doing very much, but it was so likely he'd bring Finny after what happened in game 1. I haven't got any moves other than Muddy Water that do anything. Yeah, so I guess I Muddy Water, not do any damage. I think I'm content leaving Milotic out. Am I content with him just continually getting Pollen Puffs off? Maybe not. Maybe I should be attacking this Amoonguss. I mean, any crit here is just disgusting, from the Zacian, that is. Stat drops, accuracy drops are also very good against Finny, because he's looking to set up. So I think I'm happy enough with the Milotic Muddy Watering. Maybe I should be Behemoth Blading the Amoonguss. Don't know. Because obviously I didn't make any progress there. Kind of doubt Finny threatens me very much. Of course, the risk is he just protects the Amoonguss this turn. That's why I want to keep hitting this Finny, but I can't just keep letting him set up, I don't think. So I think I have to play into the risk of protect. Okay, cool. Now this is the last turn of Trick Room. We're on defense, okay. Well, we're going to see if I can break through this Finny. It will be interesting. Milotic versus Finny, the never any battle. It was not the one I wanted to crit, but I don't think it matters much either way. Some accuracy drops would be really nice here. Just really nice. I should have done that last turn. So I made a couple of missteps with Zacian's attacks here. I mean, one thing he doesn't realise is that I have... okay. I guess this is another Trick Room. One turn left of Misty Terrain. Do I recover this turn? No, because I go first, so Muddy Water. One thing he doesn't realise is I have Electric Thunderous in the back. Oh well, yeah, he doesn't realise yet. So, I have the ability to deal chunks of damage to this Tapu Fini even at significant defense boosts. Where is my... stat drop? Okay. So I think I'm planning to knock out everything around this Tapu Fini, put it to sleep, and then knock it out after that. 150, 180, that should be enough to get Porygon. I'm going to Hypnosis. If he has Max Fairy, then obviously that's what he's going to do. Yeah, then we go from there. Incineroar ain't doing anything. Looks like Max Fairy to me. Would you have Max Fairy? You'd have Water as your only move, wouldn't you? Well, we're about to find out. Because this makes only really makes sense. This whole line of play makes sense if it's Max Fairy. Yeah. Well, it does survive, but at what cost? That turn did not work out great for me. I'm gonna recover here. Yeah, so he timed it really well with the Trick Room. Assuming this is gonna be... well, actually, can he knock out Zacian? He's got Iron Defense. He could have Water and Fairy, I guess, Iron Defense. Yeah, so I think this is Sack Incineroar time. Knock out whatever his last Pokemon is. Be it Palkia or... actually, it's not absolutely clear he has Max Water yet. I'm going to see what... that's Palkia, okay. Do I see Protect on that thing? No, but it seems likely to have it. I could Parting Shot, but there's too much risk. He just Max Waters and blows me out of the water, so to speak. 2 turns left to Trick Room. It's not ideal. Okay, well that's a good start. Okay, so it doesn't look like he has Max Water. Fair enough. I've shown a complete unwillingness to protect, so I'm going to protect this turn. Going to Parting Shot that Tapu Fini if I get the chance. Did I lower its special? Did I lower its accuracy at all? I don't think so. If I get knocked out here, actually this could be quite bad. This parting shot, if my Thunderous gets knocked out because of it, I'm gonna feel pretty foolish. But I think he's gonna go into Zacian because I haven't protected at all. We will see though. Okay, another Calm Mind. If he does this and Hydro Pumps my Incineroar slot, then, you know. Well played. Oh, well played. Do I lose? Not immediately, because I survived that. So now I get Sacred Sword. I think what I do is switch to Incineroar, honestly. Seems like the best play. Really would have liked to lower his accuracy at least once, but I didn't. But he played around the Milotic really pretty masterfully. If I'd had Rillaboom rather than Incineroar, that would have been really nice. Well, I guess Rillaboom rather than Thunderous would have been the answer. I couldn't really afford to give up Incineroar. Oh, I didn't think that was going to survive. That really hurts. This should survive. Just on a crit. Alright. He trick rooms me. Alright. Well, that's bad. Yeah. That's really bad. Yeah, get the Fake Out knockout. Moonblast into Zacian, which should take it reasonably. It takes it really well, actually. So he must not have much investment. I think I should take more attention, but I think I actually take another one without losing my... Actually, don't think I have any interest in switching out here. I just want to make him knock out my Incineroar. Rather than, and then just when Trick Room's over, I'll come in with my Thunderous. Alright, nice. Or if that happens, because I'm pretty sure he was expecting my Parting Shot there. See how this goes. I mean, I've got a few chances to crit. If it doesn't crit in any of these, then things could get seriously ugly. 67, so I took 100 and... No, I took 96 damage, so I survived one. So now the question is, how many, is it 2 turns of Trick Room left? I have to max. Am I better off max Lightninging for the 260 power, or max Knuckling for essentially no damage, but the ability to raise the power of my Zacian? I think I'm better off just dealing a lot of damage. It's going to take him 2 attacks to KO Thunderous. That should be enough for me to close out the game with Zacian, I think. We'll see. Yeah, I feel like there was a couple of turns I could have played differently to reduce the threat of this. Special attack drop? One time special attack drop. No. Alright. Oh yeah, that should be enough. With the amount of damage my Behemoth Blade's doing. This was a complicated game, so as much as I'm saying I should have played it better, it wasn't easy to play. It was a very big slog between the Finny and Milotic. probably building the team was the biggest opportunity, but not one I can realistically take. In team preview, I could have taken Rillaboom to neutralise the threat of Finny stopping my sleeps, which was a very likely thing for him to do. And there was a couple of attacks I could have made differently with Zacian. Maybe I could have seen the Max Fairy coming against my Lodic. I don't know what I should have done in that case anyway. Recovered, I guess, on that turn rather than useless Hypnosis. But in the end, just managed to take out that Finny. Yeah, so that's a close couple of games against Alphamingo. So good games. It's interesting to see our teams from the regional match up, and yeah, it's a close matchup, I would say.